Hi, today we're going to talk a little bit about Moodle. Moodle is a learning management system, or LMS. You can create online courses with Moodle. It's similar to our LMS Brightspace. SUNY Empire used to use Moodle before switching over to Brightspace. Moodle can be set up in two ways. It's free and open source. It can be run on your web server if you have the technical know-how, or if you have the assistance to do that. If you're using shared hosting, it may require access permissions that you don't currently have. You also have to be extra careful because you can compromise security pretty easily if you don't know what you're doing. Alternately, you can run an instance of Moodle in the Moodle cloud. This has a price tag attached to it, and you can't run plugins in the Moodle cloud, making this option unsuitable for some use cases. Since I'm only doing portfolio work and since I haven't been able to get the LMS to work on shared hosting, I opted for running this instance in the Moodle cloud. Once you get Moodle up and running and you sign on, you'll see this. This is the Moodle dashboard. It's where all your courses are listed. Moodle has two modes, view mode and edit mode. If you go into edit mode on your dashboard, you're not currently editing your courses, but you can edit what you see in your dashboard, like this. So now we have a calendar in the dashboard. We can delete that by clicking the three dots and clicking Hide Calendar Block. Let's go back into view mode. View mode is important if you don't want to accidentally make changes to your courses. You notice 4 tabs in the upper left-hand side of the page. Let's click Site Administration. This gives us a dizzying array of options. Keep in mind that these options apply to this entire instance of Moodle, all courses. Let's check a couple of options that you may be working with. The first one is under Plugins and Authentication. Here we'll see an option for managing authentication. You need to change some of this from the default if you want users to be able to sign up for your courses themselves, so that every enrollment doesn't originate with you. And here we see the options for email-based self-registration. We can enable it or disable it by clicking this eye icon here. Also under Plugins are settings for the video player. We can scroll down to Media Players. And Moodle uses Video.js by default. It's a player that I've found to be inaccessible because it doesn't allow the learner to turn on captions. You can change that by managing the media players and enabling other video players by clicking Manage Media Players. As you can see, there are dozens of options that let you customize your instance of Moodle. Let's take a look at the short class I put together for this course. This course is about various educational models, theories, and more. Let's start to edit this course. We can edit each individual section by clicking the pencil icon next to the name of the session, or we can add a new section entirely. So here I'm going to add a section. Let's add an activity or resource. Moodle courses consist of blocks, and Moodle is a block editor. If you've ever worked with content management systems like WordPress or other learning management systems, you've probably run into block editors. Learning activities created with block editors are generally responsive, which means that they look fine on desktop, laptop, and mobile devices, without you having to recreate the course for each device type. Let's find all the blocks. So you click all to see all of the available blocks. In a standard spin-up of Moodle, there are 25 possible blocks. More blocks can be added with plugins if you're using your own hosting. This course is built with just a few of these blocks, but the blocks are pretty versatile. I use lesson blocks, quiz blocks, and one forum block. Let's add a lesson to the course. First, we'll give it a name. Let's call this test lesson. Then we can give it a description and check the option to show this description on the course page. From there, we can edit some of the options for this block, like appearance, availability, when the course is, or when the section is available from, how we're grading, some common module settings, and things like that. But for now, I'm just going to save and return to course. Let's scroll back down and add something to the lesson. We go to Edit Settings. And then we click the Lesson tab here. So we can add a content page by adding a content page here, this link. And as you can see here, we have a WYSIWYG editor. This is a place where you can add text, images, audio, video, links, tables, code samples, and H5P items. H5P can be a range of content such as interactive videos and branching scenarios. Let's type some text and we'll insert an image while we're at it. So it'll take a while to upload and prepare the image, and we can save it like this. And we can add alt text or how we would describe this image to someone who can't see it. And you can see we have our content page here. We can expand the editor by clicking at the bottom right-hand corner. And now let's save that. And now we have our lesson. So let's go back to the course. And we'll take a look at how to add a quiz. So let's add activity or resource. And we can find quiz here. Let's call it test quiz. We can add the quiz, give it a name and description, and display the description on the course page. Like with the content pages, we can have a bunch of different options here about the timing, the layout. We can have every question is a new page, or every 2 questions is a new page, or whatever. We can do some with question behaviors, shuffling the questions. And let's save this and return to course now. Now we can edit the quiz settings by going to Edit Settings. We'll go to the Quiz tab. And let's add a question. We can go to the Add over here and add a new question. We'll make this a multiple choice question. There are many different types of questions you can put in. We can have a selected response to matching, short answer, essay, drag and drop, math questions, ordering, and a few others. So let's take a look at the process. We need a question name, question text, answers, point values, and feedback for those answers. The cool part here is that you can add your quiz questions to a question bank and reuse them in the course or another course. Let's fill in some information. We'll call this IT1. With a question text, which Which of the following best describes the primary function of a firewall in a network? And here we can put our answers in for choices 1 through 4. And choice 4 will be, it manages the IP addresses assigned to devices. And you'll notice that we can give feedback on a per answer basis. So let's do feedback for choice 1. And we'll do feedback for choice 2, which is the correct answer. And so for choice 2, we'll count that as 100 points, meaning that if they select choice 2, they get all of the points. If they select any of the other choices, they don't get any points. We'll save the changes here. This is what I did for each of the pre-section and section quizzes in my learning module. Let's take a look at the learning module again. And this is what the quizzes look like. We can preview. And so this is what a multiple choice or selected response question looks like. In order to pass the quizzes, you can review the lessons. I use ChatGPT extensively as a subject matter expert to detail educational factors, theories, models, and strategy. Let's load constructivism. This is a lesson on constructivism. You can add curated YouTube videos right into Moodle pages, so I found a nice TED Talk about constructivism. And this is what I did. I identified, defined, and gave examples for 31 educational topics and have a total of 32 quiz questions about them. This will be useful for my coursework here at Empire and might help prepare me for job interviews. There's a section about UDL here. And let's see, I included that at the end of the course. And this section has helped me a lot in this course already. And at the end of the course, I added a discussion forum because it's in line with UDL principles. I don't expect anybody to add anything to the forum, but it's nice to know that adding a forum is as easy as a few clicks of the mouse. Like I mentioned earlier, there are 25 available blocks. You can do a lot to engage learners with Moodle. Thank you for watching and have a great day.